so-called flying saucers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. It's rotating.
Hello guys, welcome to Kill the Stigma. Today I want to talk to you about a few things that's been going on in the community. A lot of news, good and bad. So, the UAPDA didn't make it into the NDAA. For me, it wasn't a surprise. I mean, I pretty much got the message last year when Senator Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority, let me remind you, BFF with President Biden, as far as I know, and Harry Reid, by the way, RIP, he wasn't able to get his legislation. He passed a little bit, but it got gutted, it got watered down pretty good. And Matt Laszlo talks a lot about this. Matt Laszlo hits this point, and Tim Burchett hits this point all the time. That's one of the most powerful guys, and he can't get it done. And Matt Laszlo is also, by the way, Matt Laszlo, I'm a big fan of his work. I suggest everybody goes and supports his work. But he couldn't believe it because this is literally the most powerful senator. And last year, his legislation got gutted. Why? What does that mean? And was it just Mike Turner? Or was it something else? Was it like a group of powerful people influencing, pulling strings in the House or whatever, all over the place? People in the executive branch, powerful people, very powerful people. That's what I think it was. I think Mike Turner was just a puppet. So I really didn't expect this bill to pass at all. Frankly, I don't know if government disclosure, I want that too, but I don't see how it can happen. I mean, a real, honest, true disclosure. What's a true, honest disclosure? Everybody has a different definition for that, but for me, it means admitting that we've been lying for over 70 years, and there's been some bad things that have happened. Bad things a certain group of the government has done. And we really don't know what those things are. We can speculate, but we know the cover-up has been dark. Just the fact that, well, first of all, lying is bad. Second of all, people that have experienced this phenomenon, whether you're in the military or you're a citizen, it could be traumatic, and it doesn't have to be traumatic. It can be a positive experience, but nobody in the outside world seems to understand. And the whole stigma that was built, that is a trauma itself. So I think that's a problem. That's a problem. I don't want to get too deep into this, but let me just say there's a lot of other issues with this. It's a lot more complex. I do believe that disclosure is very complicated. There's more than just one country involved, and there's also the fact that Blue Elizon talks about this, where you gave this to this contractor, this one went bankrupt. There's so many problems, and so how do you, without like, if you try to put yourself in the shoes of the president of the United States or something, like somebody in government that wants the United States to keep working, functioning as it is, I can see how this could be terrifying to a lot of people. But the truth is the truth no matter what, and the truth always comes out sooner or later. And apparently they got an expiration date. I wonder why Lou says it has an expiration date. Like, what's the expiration date, dude? Like, an actual expiration date? Like, you mean like 10 years, or like, what do you mean? Like, because I can go look, on my medications or whatever, or my milk, and that'll tell me the expiration date. He says expiration date. What the heck, expiration date? But anyway, I wonder about that sometimes. I'm not sure, but I do think that the uptick on the phenomena seems to be real. There seems to be something going on, obviously, and it seems to be increasing, and it's to the point where it can't be ignored anymore. Here's the situation, that the world right now is going through so many problems that I don't really know how they can focus. I feel like UAP's way down on the bottom of the list of priorities right now because we have geopolitical tensions like never before. We're divided in the United States like never before. And yeah, this topic could unite us. It could. I want to talk a little bit about that Daily Show, the Daily Show with Elizondo.
What legislating against intergalactic aliens?
Well, I think the idea is to open the door for whistleblowers to come out and be able to have a protected conversation with Congress so Congress can then have a conversation with the American people. I think that's really what this is about. And certainly I think there's certain people and by the way, for the first time, this is a bipartisan issue. You've got both liberals and conservatives on the Hill, can you believe it, of all things, UAP, right?
No, see, that's the most far-fetched thing you've said.
I know, right.
This is great. That is not.
Who would have thought?
I'll believe aliens, but there's no way these guys are working together.
They are. I swear to God. I can't say who they are.
That was hilarious. And I think the funniest part was when the guy said, dude, the most far-fetched thing you said is that Congress, Democrats and Republicans working together. Like, that's the most far-fetched thing you said, man. That was hilarious. But and I don't know why Luis Elizondo didn't name names. He should have named a few names because you got Kirsten Gillibrand, you have Marco Rubio, you have Jared Moskowitz, Luna, Tim Burchett. There's a lot of people he could have named that are bipartisan, and he didn't. But that's okay. I don't know. And I'm sure there's a lot more behind the scenes that we don't know about. So the thing is, change. I want to talk about change. Change is something that's uncomfortable for a lot of people. And every human is different. Some might be fascinated by this. Some might be terrified. The fact is that there's a non-human intelligence out there, maybe more than one, and it's watching us. And it's watching us closely, and it's doing reconnaissance over humanity and the planet and the military. It seems to be very interested in what we're doing. And we don't know what it wants. You think everybody wants to think about that? Some people might not be that comfortable with that. And we need to keep that in mind. Now, the question is this heading towards a climax? I'm not sure. Is there going to be a paradigm shift at some point? I don't know. But I do know that paradigm shifts are not something that's simple. It's something that takes time, and it can be actually pretty dangerous and complex and violent. People fight, right? Galileo, it's a good example. Heck, Jesus Christ, you believe in Jesus, look what they did to him. And now Christianity is huge. So a lot of people don't want to think about this stuff. A lot of people are very uncomfortable with that. And I guess it depends. A lot of people, American people, want the truth. And I do think we can handle the truth. I just think you got to be very careful with it. Let's say, look, a lot of people I want to talk a little bit about Luis Elizondo. A lot of people accused him of being a disinformation agent, lying or whatever. I don't think so. I think he's doing what he thinks is right, what is right. And the truth is, when he started briefing Congress, he's like, well, what are these are Russian? What are these are Chinese? He knew that wasn't true. But he had to do that. And I'm not justifying lying. I don't know, but like, whatever the truth is, what if it's so crazy and just so unbelievable? Well, first of all, none of us know what the truth is. But I'll tell you what, the more you get into this, the weirder it gets. And at some point, you're going to have to make a decision whether you want to push this topic forward and learn more, or just don't go there. Because things do get strange, and rational thinking, it's a problem. Rational thinking with this topic, when you try to use it, it just doesn't make sense. So I don't really know academic scientists who are so rational minded. Some might be fascinated by this, but some are going to struggle a lot. And But look at quantum mechanics, man. That doesn't make sense, right? So, but I also think there's the fact that there's an intelligence that's higher than us. That could be uncomfortable for some people, as I said before, right? So, including academics, including debunkers. Debunkers, I feel like a lot of people think they're in a conspiracy. I do not think, I think some are trolls and want to muddy the waters, but like there's a lot of debunkers out there that they just don't want to go there. They don't want this to be real, you know? They just don't want to accept it. And I don't know if they know it or not, but they might have a fear of this. Like this could be terrifying for them, you know? So, one good thing that happened, Luis Elizondo talked to Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr. And he asked him, so what can we do? What can we do to fix this? And Luis Elizondo said, just hire the right people. David Grush, Carl Mel. I don't know, he must have said a few other names. Maybe Gary Nolan, Christopher Mellon. And that's what we need. We need truth seekers, people that are willing to have the guts to go after the truth no matter what. And not everybody has the guts to do that. The truth is that these people are heroes just because they have the balls to do what they're doing and sacrifice what they've sacrificed and going out there and taking arrows and knowing information that they can't share but still trying. Man, you got to respect that. So where is this going? I don't know, but I don't think it's going away. I don't think you can do a Project Blue Book 2.0 in 2024. Let's talk a little bit about Arrow. I think there's the whole plan with Arrow. They want to use Arrow again. That's part of why the UAPDA failed. Let's just have more eyes on Arrow. You know, we can kind of keep an eye on them, maybe audit them, whatever. Sean Kirkpatrick didn't work out, but this guy, people are saying good things. I'm not expecting anything. Do not expect anything. No expectations with this topic, please, or you will suffer. You will suffer. I'm telling you, the power of the people that want to keep the secret is pretty impressive, and we don't even know who they are. Well, Dick Cheney, and there's a few more out there, but yeah, it's complicated, and the truth is that we're in a paradigm right now where I don't know how do we just go from here to there, all of us at the same time. No, that's not going to happen. It's going to be a slow, gradual process and different for everybody. And I don't even know if people have to go down this rabbit hole. It depends on where the phenomena, what is it going to do? Why is it increasing? Why are we seeing it more? Is it going to keep increasing? Is it going to do something? I don't know. I just know that it seems that it's impossible that it's going to get away. The momentum is growing very slowly, but it's growing. More people are interested. Since Lou's book, #1 bestseller. Hello, haters. What's up, Lou haters? Yeah, I'm a Lou fan, man. I'm a Lou fan. I got respect for him for what he did. And I'm sorry that his book is #1. I'm sorry. It just went that way. Anyway. But I still don't, I'm not saying Lou's like, everything he's saying is true. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's trying to move this topic forward, and he still disagrees with his colleagues. You know, here Jay Stratton and was like they were colleagues. I mean, I think everybody that's in the program or the Invisible College or whatever, they probably have different views and different views on disclosure. James Lakatsky wants to get it out through books. Jay Stratton wants to get that out through Skinwalker Ranch, but he still wants to reverse engineer that technology and protect national security. I don't know if he's reverse engineering alien tech. That's just a rumor, but he is working for radius technology. And you know what, man? Honestly, I there's a lot of people that get so angry about that, but That's what America does, man. We weaponize stuff, unfortunately, and that's the thing. How do we go from this paradigm of war? By the way, Ronald Reagan said,
"We often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war?"
what more of a alien threat than war to humanity? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Humans have done war. War is in our DNA. Like, we've been doing that forever. So what was he talking about?
Famous speech by Reagan back in the 80s where he said, if the truth of this came out, it would probably unite the world. But
Yo, we need it now. Let's go, aliens! Aliens, let's go now. This is the time.
The reality is,
this is the time. We got a lot of shit going down now. Aliens, come. Aliens. I'm down for aliens now. Okay.
That's all I got for now, guys. Have a good one.